Game 1, it really seemed like the CLS Knights were on their way to dominating this series and barging into the semifinals. But in Game 2,
but in Saigon, where the Saigon Heat were able to steal Game 2 and force a rubber match here. Winner of this game faces them anything like that in terms of starters call-outs. But for the Saigon Heat, the usual starters for them, it's Chris Durker. But for the CLS Knights, of course, their usual starters, probably the best scoring
in this stadium, hit 22 three-pointers in that game. You just know that home court could that Wong Wei Long, before he made his way to Indonesia, he was a two-time local MVP with the Singapore Slingers.
And he has that knack for hitting big shots.
Joado, the kick out. Esho now. Wong Wei Long, wide open. Bucket!
Again, you have to take care of the basketball here in Gorkurtajaya.
Esho defended well. Thought he was fouled. Battle for the board, taken by Watkins. Watkins will draw a person crowd. How do you start your attack? What do you want to do initially on offense?
Well, initially try to attack the post where you have the advantage right there. Kyle Barrow.
Rock solid to start this game. Hughes. The kick out to Durker. Chris gives it to Barone. Thought about the three. Kicks it out. Trayvon. Bottom of the net. The rim.
There's an intimidation factor there by D'Angelo Hamilton.
He takes it all the way. Will miss. Use the offensive board and the put.
Capitalize just like they did there.
That's a 7-0 blitz that the Saigon Heat have brought out here. Esho trying to get position against Celia. Herring swinging that basketball. Joado from the corner. Drills the three. From Surabaya, Indonesia. Marco, how would you describe the first 5 or 4.5 minutes of this match?
Well, already if you're Coach Kyle Julius, this is a much better start for your team. Although have control of the tempo and the pace of this game, as the Saigon Heat have been very deliberate in the half-court set.
Barone finding some space. Remember that the Saigon Heat, that's Maxie Esho's former team. Durker takes it all the way. Wow, what an attack.
Great stop from Justin Young, staying in front and challenging that three-point attempt from Maxie Esho.
Wong looking again for Watkins. Now against Durker. Minor miscommunication there, but the Knights recover. Here's Herring against Celia. He makes his attack, goes inside, high off the...
Collapsed in the paint, but a nice floater from Herring.
How about the response there? Oh, Young with an...
And of course the conditions here in Gorkurtajaya just make it all the more difficult to score or to get your normal rhythm.
Herring getting away. The beautiful pass leaves it for Nugroho. Now it's CLS Knights turn to attack. They go down low to Esho against Justin Young. Maxie just finding. Trayvon loses the ball. Attacking now. Barone will take it from deep. Bottom of the net.
By that triple from Barone.
And that is the reason why Barone has stayed with Saigon throughout this entire 9th season. He's a threat from wherever. How about that pass?
That time Joado cutting in, getting that drop pass.
That entry pass from Saigon hasn't worked well. CLS has been reading it very well. And Herring, he's still going slow, but he may want to try to do that. Herring, wow, dog Herring.
He accounted for 9 or 7 of the last 7 points of the BTN CLS Knights, either assist.
That's what they're trying to figure out. Saigon getting a nice attack courtesy of Barone.
Kyle Barone already with 9 points here in the first half. The Saigon Heat, one thing going for the BTN CLS Knights, they already have 6 assists in the first half alone. 4 of those coming from Doug Herring.
How about that bucket?
Saigon, they only average about 7 assists per ball game.
And a steal here for the Knights. Cornyawan all the way, getting the bucket and the foul.
And that makes the crowd erupt.
Knights of the Heat right now with 9 points.
Possibly not the shot that Coach Kyle Julius had wanted, especially after that nice stop on the defensive end.
Idayat kicks it out to Herring. CLS trying to move that basketball around. Now it stays with Esho. He attacks. Down the middle, draws a foul on Hamilton.
For 80%, and that is what kept them in step with the BTN CLS Knights. In game 1, they were only 5 of 11
Esho gets to the cup again, getting creative.
This is the norm. It's so hard to score here or to shoot from the outside here in Gorker Tajai. They're only shooting at about 25%, but that's a nice alley. BTN CLS Knights had scored on this end, they would have been up 12.
Hamilton gets set back there. They do recover the basketball and use.
Especially for his confidence. Previously 1 of 5 from downtown before hitting that one.
Numerous times in this first half. The floor here, the gym in Gorker Tajaya, it can get pretty slippery.
Especially with the moisture, with the humidity from the outside. And
Baron again. Oh, however, that shot did not fall in. Hughes from deep. Surveying the floor. He feeds Watkins against Baron underneath. Darrow trying to create some space. A couple of defenders bothering him. Bodies on the floor. Time for the CLS Knights. They enter the second quarter up by 2. Up by 5 rather. Herring falling away. Doesn't get the shot. Gorker Tajaya. Let's take a look at some of the numbers that from the first 20 minutes of action here.
But I think just what stands out is that the BTN CLS Knights have only made, you have Jawato taking that triple instead of Wong Wei Long or Maxie Esho. That's a win for the Heat.
And that should wake up this arena.
In transition points, you've not seen a lot of those here in this game.
Baron silences the crowd.
He has been solid.
Another lob play. That time Turker will be whistled for a foul. A bit of a space cut out. Ball taken away by the Knights. They're running. Esho receives it, will finish for the easy deuce.
That's enough shots that you want Saigon to take if you're the BTN CLS Knights.
Watkins with the escape and a two-hand throwdown.
Dodging a bullet on that one. That was a wide open 3 from Wong Wei Long.
Baron now inside. This is more of his comfort zone. How about Hamilton? 3-point shots. He's very good in the paint.
So far, Durker's been 0 for 2 from long distance.
Here's Herring against Trayvon Hughes. Hughes has to be careful here. Dog shoots over the defense of Jawato, losing it. Hughes will take another 3. This time, the referee was asking for it. Baron in trouble. Gets a hold of it. Release past the Tran. Losing that basketball. CLS on the run. Durker looking to defend. Jawato converting.
And Durker did not.
Durker near the basket. Durker has been forced to play out of his comfort zone. And Dog Herring, money on the 3.
And that is big.
Game. Shutsulit and Marco Benitez on the call for Game 3 of the quarterfinals between Saigon and CLS. Young attacking, getting that 1 seconds left in the period. CLS gauging their attack. Wong, pass deflected. Kunyawan pass on an open 3. Esho could not sink it. And time will expire. One last quarter left to bring you from Gorker Tajaya. Don't go anywhere. ABL will be right back. More than enough time, but you gotta get your shots in. You gotta get those stops too. Wong. Pocket. Run away from getting back in this game. Problem is, that run hasn't come from the Saigon Heat.
They've been able to make stops, but they've just had a difficult time executing. That's going to be a clear foul on the part of D'Angelo Hamilton. He was beat by that first quick step.
Young goes up to Baron, quick pass. Now it's Saigon's turn to attack. Baron finishes through the foul. And done enough to carry them to the semifinals.
He's been the big difference maker here. A little bit of a man zone thrown by the Saigon Heat.
6-point advantage for the BTN CLS Knights. Herring gets to the bucket. Again, that
of the Knights.
Jumper no good. Hamilton gets it right back in East. Still a lot of time remaining here. The Knights, they cannot take it easy. The Saigon Heat, they have to step it up. Long way long. Hoa goes to the corner to Young. They find Hamilton in the post against Watkins. Trayvon Hughes, no good. Barone with a cleanup.
Rebounds.
Many times it has been said about do or die games, about crucial moments. You sometimes need to throw away the X's and O's. It's about heart and hustle and what you're willing to give up. Esho drops his defender. Hamilton, they're off and running. They have numbers. Saigon, oh! What a block! Watkins from out of nowhere closes. There's Watkins on the offensive end against Turker. Couldn't provide the 2 points. Offensive rebound though taken by Jawado. 10 seconds on the 24. Herring orchestrating the offense. Dog steps back. Three ball is good. Money on the tray.
Our best three-point shooter, but when it matters the most, he's been clutch.
A miss again for Durker. He has been looking for that outside shot. 2:43 remaining in this ball game. 6 seconds on the shot clock of CLS. Drippity drop. Maxie Esho with a big shot. For that, they're trading elbows. Traded elbows for a bit.
And Doug Herring is just going to milk this shot clock.
Dog Herring. Marco, that will be the dart to the hand right now. So forget about what he has to say. He's out here trying to get the W.
Plus, you do not want to get in a technical foul, which that might result in a suspension, especially since
inside this gym, to the delight of the home crowd. Hamilton, another hard foul. The BTN CLS Knights. What do you think of that matchup?
Well, Mono Vampire was last year's finalist. The CLS Knights have been solid pretty much since December with this lineup of Herring, Watkins, Esho, Wong Wei Long, and Brandon Jawato. That's going to be an explosive matchup.
And it's time to celebrate. If you have confetti, now is the time to bring it out. As the CLS Knights will enter the semifinals of the ASEAN Basketball Season 9. An incredible feat for the team coming out of Surabaya, Indonesia. And they have battles ahead, but for now, Marco, it's time for them to celebrate this win.
But what a gallant stand on the part of the Saigon Heat. They were able to defend home court after a drubbing in Game 1. Came out with a win in Game 2 in CIS Arena. But again, Gore Kurtajaya has proven to be a big difference maker, especially in this best of 3 quarterfinal series. And the big time players, Doug Herring, Maxie Esho, came to play here tonight for their home squad.
And pretty soon, BOYet is now head courtside to celebrate with the BTN CLS Knights.
Coach, is there anything that you want to say to our fans, the BTN CLS Knights Society?
I'm happy for Indonesia, for the whole country, Indonesia. One knee.
All right, guys, congratulations. See you in the
Challenger coming up next. Like you mentioned, imagine Mono Vampire just took down the #1 seed for Mosa Dreamers. We can talk about that the future a bit later. Now, what happened here? These are the numbers from this.